Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So it was an interesting day today. I haven't been feeling pretty motivated to create content, but here I am applying discipline and actually not not forcing anything, but putting my message out there because I do believe in my heart that these times are pretty difficult and we need more connection, we need more authenticity, and we need more messages that actually remind us that we can do this, that we can do this together, that we can create with weird people, with other, meaning like if someone messaged you on Instagram, maybe that's the person. We can learn from each other more, we can do more together. And yeah, we can actually be present for the opportunities that life is presenting to us. And so today we're going to be working on a yin practice, which is my favorite. You're going to need a bolster, bring a pillow, bring 2 blocks. Those are always helpful. We're gonna stay pretty close to the ground. So you're gonna come to your back. I'm gonna be crossing my feet because that feels better for me. And then just come to your back. You can create a diamond shape with your 2 arms, and maybe one palm can rest on top of the other. And let's just breathe here for a few minutes, noticing connection to floor, noticing how you're feeling. Maybe focus on the out breath. I've been trying to remind myself of releasing the expectation of getting things right. And when it comes to being a creator and putting stuff out there, it's just I put my heart into things, but just release it to the universe. Like we put it out there, and then we pray for the content to land in the hearts that will truly appreciate it, so that we don't have to force anything, but rather focus on what's meaningful. And maybe that doesn't mean quantity, but it is actually made for the ones that are actually willing and ready to receive our message, and that is enough. Allowing the mind to settle. So for that, you bring your awareness to what you're feeling here. Textured sounds, trying to change anything, but rather observing, not adding judgment to anything, but rather being. I'm here breathing, I'm here listening, I'm here existing, and literally I'm alive just because I am. And that's enough for me to actually know that I'm taking up space, in the sense that to take up space doesn't have to be something huge. I take up space because I'm here, I'm breathing. And some days I just show up and hold space for others, and I have very little to say, but that doesn't diminish. I think that's where my value. And so see if you can go to that perception of acknowledging that you're taking up space just by being, just by allowing, just by existing, just by breathing. Bring your knees to your chest, drop them to the right. I'm going to keep my arms right where they are because this feels really good in my side body, but you can also tee the arms open. And yeah, just hang there if that feels better. Noticing the twist that you're creating. We'll switch to the other side. Come back to center. Take a modify happy baby. So put your hands in front of your knees and rock to the right and rock to the left a few times. And then you pause right in the middle. Soften your elbows, your shoulders. And if it's okay, keep your eyes closed. Notice especially the out breath. A few more breaths right here. Bring your knees to touch. I don't want to come into a down dog, but you're welcome to go there. So I'm just going to rock back and forward. Put my right leg forward. Sway my left leg back and create my swan pose or half pigeon. But you can also take this from a down dog, right leg up. You bend your knee, you open. I'm just good right here because I want to stay pretty close to the floor. And then I'm going to build a bridge right in front of me with my bolster and my 2 blocks. And then find a way to come all the way down to the floor. So I'm pressing my chest onto the bolster. One ear will come down to the floor. And then we're resting here for a few moments. Allowing your palms to rest. And if you need to move your blocks a teeny bit out to have more support in your arm bones, you can do that. Try not to create tension in your fingers. Just let your fingers come down to floor. And then find your breath. So yeah, thinking of taking up space just by existing. Some days I really don't have a lot to give, and instead of feeling as a failure or defeated because I don't feel extra bubbly or energized, can I find the voice within me that is actually sending me the message to slow down and focus on simplicity and just noticing my breath and maybe allowing myself to rest and take it easy. Yeah, and I've been thinking of that English expression of take it easy, and it's almost like, oh wow, that's such a lesson. Take it easy. It literally means don't create a problem when there's no problem. Or don't try to make yourself bigger just because you're hustling to be seeing, or because you think that you have to prove your worth to others, or you have to prove them that you're worth keeping. Instead, it's just like, well, I'm here existing, and I'm here taking up space. Like, that's just me. I don't have to force anything. I don't have to force my personality, my beliefs. I don't have to convince you. I don't have to, yeah, just take it easy. Okay, press down, start to come up. Just 3 minutes. And then again, you can come into dog. You can do right leg up. You can bend your knee open. But I honestly always get like kind of like upset when I'm taking yin, and then I have to go into down dog. So I'm just gonna switch my legs because this feels good. But do your thing, okay? Then we'll do the other side, and we'll be there for about 3 minutes. Stay connected to the floor. So if your mind starts to drift, try not to over focus on the breath or thinking that you have to get somewhere mentally, spiritually, or physically, and even off the mat. We have this tendency to, okay, I need to get somewhere to feel
good enough, or I need to produce or work these amount of hours to be seen as successful or as a powerful CEO, or be considered the person or the leader. And it's almost like I don't have to get anywhere. I don't have to get more credentials. I don't have to produce anything to feel successful, to feel accomplished, to feel complete. Well, with completion, probably takes a different type of courage, having the conversations, having the courage to apologize, to having the courage to, instead of just blocking people or ignoring text messages, just having an honest conversation. And then also, like I was talking to my friend earlier, leaving space for inquiry. Do I really need or want this relationship in my life? But if the answer is yes, can we sit down and have a conversation instead of just muting, ignoring, pushing, postponing? Because, we're wasting time, and we can both just take up space by simply being and holding space for each other. I believe we can create more together. We can contribute. We can live, leave. I'm not saying that right, but we can create more of a positive impact together. I'm choosing to believe that.
Press a flare away and then start to come up. Put your left hamstring down, sway your right leg forward, and we're going to start to make our way into our Shavasana. So for your Shavasana, I'm going to go into my hard bench just to work on a chest opener. So I'm going to take my bolster, I'm going to take one of my blocks, and then I'm going to start to come down to my back. Yeah, and then a nice support for the neck, for your upper back, fingertips onto the floor, and then we're gonna find this is the coziest space ever. So if this is too intense, you're also welcome to come to your back. Putting my fingertips onto the floor, allowing my exhales to be my main focus, and also receiving the pause, and yeah, using that reminder of I'm just here, I'm enough. No one can define my worth, or my performance doesn't define my worth, my productivity, the amount of money that I'm making, the social media metrics, anything. I don't know. Just, here's just, I am. Shavasana. If you have more time to stay in your Shavasana, please take a few more minutes. I'm going to start to move, come up into a tall meditation seat. And if it's okay, you can keep your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to prayer. Receiving your practice with gratitude. Honoring the wisdom that is always available to us right here on our mats. So receiving the wisdom, receiving this sacred knowledge, and also acknowledging our effort, the time that we put in, and letting this special pause land in our nervous system and actually nourish our spirits. And let's just receive this energy and use it as our moral compass. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Namaste.